Hey everyone, I wanted to do a quick video. It's more of a thank you video and a few mods that I did to my Kubota BX23s. There's a few things that I did to it that I think a few people might be interested in, and also more it's a thank you for all the other people that post their videos working their tractors and modifications they've done to them and upgrades. And I just wanted to give a shout out to a few people. The first one would be Paul and Kathy Short from Specialty Repairs and Custom Mods. And this is a strobe light bracket that I got for them. And then I took it off when I put my canopy on. And they also did a diff lock pedal and light guards in the back. And then there's a bunch of other things I got for the backhoe attachment. But super nice people. Kathy's the nicest lady you could ever talk to. When you order from them, you phone Kathy up and tell her what you want. And they honest have to be the nicest people you could ever meet. So thank you so much to them. Another one would be Ross from Ross on the Land. I built a shed, a 12 by 20 shed in my backyard. And I wasn't sure on the lights, and I wasn't sure how high the canopy would be. So I messaged Ross, and he got back right to me just as I was hanging my lights, and they would have been too low. So big thanks to Ross. The amount of time and money he saved me was just unbelievable. So thank you so much, Ross. Biff's Equipment. I learned lots about how he works his machine. Neil Mestick, of course. Luke from Orange is My New Green. Luke's a great guy, and I enjoy his videos. He's more tech savvy than I am. I don't post a lot of videos, and I'm not very, good with computers. And my kids have grown and gone now, and they did all that stuff for me. But I did get the 2-inch wheel spacers from Brotech after watching Luke's review there. And I also got the skid plate from Brotech and painted it Kubota gray. Like I said, I'm in Canada, so I just went to Home Hardware with actually a bracket from the mount, and they made me up a gallon of Kubota gray, and so actually my rear blade is painted the same as well. So the mods that I did, I wanted a canopy. Getting older, I'm in my 50s now, and my bald head burns pretty quick. So I wanted a canopy, and I couldn't figure out what I wanted and how much they're going up in price like everything else. But I didn't want to spend a whole lot of money, and I wanted a good quality, almost like a 2-layer canopy as well. So when the snow's on the roof, it doesn't sweat, and because you just get just as wet anyway if the canopy's sweating on you. So this is actually a golf cart canopy from an EasyGo RVR, and it's the 54-inch. It's from 08 and up from their RVR models. So, and I just changed the mount of my strobe light on top. But I just love it. It's nice and sturdy. It doesn't rattle. I reinforced it, put the bars in it, and did a few other things to it. Put a fan in it and my lights and stuff. But it's such a nice canopy, and it's so well built. It doesn't flop around. So what I did, sorry, I'm tripping on all my stuff. My shop's such a mess. So I mounted it on bullet hinges on either side, and they're mounted the same, so I can slide the canopy off. I just put zip ties on to hold them together so they don't accidentally fall off when I'm lowering it up and down. And then you just pull the canopy down and then put the bolts through, and they'll line up here and here. And the springs keep the strap up inside so that it's not dangling down. And then you flip your canopy up, and then you flip your ROPS up, and it works great. It's a little heavy. It's not too bad. I tried to use as thin metal as I could and as little as I could. And then I have a steel plate that goes from there and mounts underneath there. And then my bracket for the speaker. Sorry, I'm not a very good welder. I'm home taught kind of thing. I self-taught, I should say. So the welds are a little ugly, but it is what it is. It works good, and I'm happy with it. So that's the one mod that I did. The other thing that I saw is because I figured I'd go with lots of different lights, and the fan I wasn't thinking of at the time, but I got this Auxbeam 8-gang switch, and it comes with a bunch of stickers, and you just put whatever you need on it and whatever you're using, and I just mounted it in a cell phone holder and put it in my cup. So this is the main breaker for it, and everything fits in there so nice and tidy. And I wasn't sure it would. There's different ones you can choose from, but I got the nice little one. So I mounted it up under the dash right here. And let's see if it will come off here. And that's it. Everything's nice and neat and tidy. The wires I just ran underneath, everything's in loom, and then they go in a sheath underneath, so they're all together, so they're not dangling, and then up to the switch. So it's just one actual wire goes to the switch that runs everything. So everything mounts to here, all your lights, everything mounts into here, and there's just one wire that plugs into this. I'll turn it on here. So I stole my main power off the light switch. So that powers them on. So this one would be for my light bar. This one is for my cube lights in the back. This one's for a fan. It's just a 12-volt radiator fan, 10-inch. And it actually fits right above my head when the canopy is up. And then a camera. I run heavy equipment, and I have for a little over 25 years now. So my neck isn't very good anymore, so I don't like to crank it around if I don't have to. So the camera is more just for when I'm plowing snow and that, to see if there's vehicles behind me, or when I'm on the sidewalk or in people's driveways. The other thing, because I am, like I just said, in people's driveways and stuff, I put a backup beeper on it. And so I just wired a micro switch under the tractor to the back pedal here. Or, well, this is the front pedal, but when you go backwards. So, and then because that's so annoying, I didn't want it on all the time. So, and then this one is for the roof strobe. And then there is another button over here, which is the ground button, which will change the mode. Which is just a simple button there. Turn that one off. These two are just for my snow plow. I found it was a little hard to see, so I mounted a strobe and lights to the snow plow. And the plow is just, the lights are just mounted on a bracket that goes on the front with 2 bolts. And then you can turn everything off with the main button there. And then a simple horn, which I mounted underneath the hood. I just took the bolt out for the lights and mounted it in the very front, and then wrapped the wires in heat resistant tape. So yes, so far I'm very happy with it. There's a little silicone cover I keep in here that just goes over it if it's raining or snowing on it, just a little more waterproof. But so far I'm very happy with it. I saw them online. They're more for like 4x4s and UTVs, and I thought, you know what, I think that would fit perfectly in the tractor. And I wasn't too keen on drilling holes in my dash. Like I said, it's still a brand new tractor, and there's nothing on here that has been really modified. So there's no extra holes drilled or other modifications that would change. There's no holes in the ROPS. There's no welding on the ROPS. Everything's bolted on. There's also, I put obviously the Bluetooth speaker, and that is solid mounted in there. And then the charging wire can actually come down into the cigarette lighter in the cubby. So, but yeah, I'm so happy with the canopy and the way it turned out. It did take me a long time to figure out, try a lot of trial and error, messing things around, but I'm very happy. Almost everything I bought was off of Amazon. There's a few things that I didn't, but very few. The other person I really wanted to give a shout out to was Mike on Sunny Slopes Homestead. And Mike did a review on his plow. He has the same plow, and the dealership put the cylinder in backwards, and it sheared his hoses off. And I thought, man, if that's the plow I get, I got to make sure that's right. So when it showed up, I looked at it. Yeah, everything looks good, whatever. Well, it wasn't. It was the same thing. And the first time I used it, I sheared the hoses off and made a big mess. But like I say, you feel kind of silly. People take the time to make videos on do's and do not do's, and you watch them and you still do the same mistake. So that's definitely my bad. And like I say, Mike did a great video, and I just too big of a hurry, I guess, and wasn't paying attention. But the other thing that I did, I'm a very lazy person, so I would rather spend my winters making life easy for me in the spring and the summer. So this is a quick hitch from Princess Auto in Canada. It'd be Harbor Freight if you're in the States. And what I did, I made everything a category 1. So I beefed all this up with bushing. I lengthened this rod so it just fits. And the hook, I hard bolted it in there, and I ground it down and moved it around. And what I did is I bought a quick hitch, or a box blade, sorry. And my quick hitch was built to fix the box blade, and then I made all my other implements to fit the exact same way. So I can just back in and lift it up, and everything's the same. So this is a simple rear blade. I modified it to make it quick hitch compatible, and all my other things I got a bunch of other stuff. But so yeah, so all I do is pull the levers, drop it down, and grab the next one, pick it up, and everything is exactly the same. So that's it. That's just a quick video I wanted to do. Like I say, if anybody has any questions or even comments or concerns or anything, feel free to leave me a message. If you need more detailed information about something, I'll be happy to help you out. Okay, well, thanks everybody, and thanks for the great videos, and I will talk to you later.